All right, here's some live event secrets on how your PD can be 10x better. That is the focus of today's talk. And that's because many school leaders have no idea, if we're honest, about designing professional development. And it's bizarre. It's bizarre to me, this phenomenon, because as teachers, we learn these ideas like personalization, differentiation, right? We learn as teachers that we shouldn't do all the talking, that our students should do that. Because if they do the talking, they're doing the thinking, they're doing the learning. It's not about what you know, teacher. You're doing that for the students, right? Come on. Uh, and here's the thing, right? When teachers become administrators, somehow that all goes out the window. We stop personalizing, we don't differentiate, we try to cram too many words on a slide and just like shove information down people's throats. And as a result, I think that harms your leadership. It harms it erodes trust. It leads to an expectation that the PD that you're going to offer your staff is going to suck. It's not engaging. Like, why should I turn on and be present and here right now if you don't see me and hear me and serve me based on where I'm at as a teacher, right? But it doesn't have to be that way. So last November, and this is the point of today's talk, last November, I facilitated a live event. It was in Taos, New Mexico. I taught an idea that I call the Remarkable Vision Formula. And it was intentionally super duper small. It was 20 people, no more. Part of that was because we're living through a pandemic, but the original vision was 50, so it never was going to be a big event, and that was intentionally designed that way. And so I wanted people to be able to collide, to develop great relationships, um, and I wanted to be able to know everybody in the room. Okay, so I have 7 secrets for you regarding things I learned from the live event that will help you implement better PD. And my guarantee is that it'll become 10 times better. So, here, let's get started. Secret number 1, expectations and intention. So, some things that you can learn from me and my approach to the live event. Some of the things that I did was just send people text messages, right? Again, it was a small group, 20. So I don't say as a school leader that you have to text your staff. You can send emails. It could be personal videos. You could stop by classrooms, but set the intention, right? And the expectation, what you're excited about for that PD and when you gather people together. Another thing I did intentionally, and I don't know yet how that translates to your context as a school leader, but to get to Taos, New Mexico, you fly into Albuquerque or Santa Fe. Albuquerque is the bigger airport, and that's a 2 hour, 2.5 hour drive to Taos. But the event was on the Remarkable Vision Formula. It was about designing a vision for your personal life, family, school over the next 3 years. Obviously, we could say that leadership is heavy right now, especially in schools. And so I wanted people to shed all that stuff and not be connected to their phone and to absorb the beautiful nature, right? And everything that they see on their way into the event to set the tone. And I'll tell you what, that worked. So expectations and intention, think about how you might do that. If you have an idea, I would love to see what you're cooking up in the comments below. And that's it for secret number 1. Secret number 2, this is easy. Stories and images. I shouldn't say easy. It's easy for me because I think I do pretty good at this. Work on your ability to tell stories and use images to convey your message. Images convey emotion. You can use them ironically and paradoxically. And that surprise, right? That's why comedians are funny. They lead you down a path, right? If this happens, then that. If this happens, then that. If this happens, then, oh, that was surprising. And that's why we laugh, right? So, anyways, you could use images in really ironic ways like that, and people love it. Story, 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 not a lot of text. Okay. That is the number one violation that I see with school leaders, probably a lot of leaders, but just putting way too much information. Just send that out as an email. People can read that crap. They don't need you for it. if that's how you're presenting. That's all I have to say about secret two. Secret three, moving on. The answers are in the room. So you it's nice to bring in people to serve your community from time to time, but you don't need to rely on that. I promise you that the answers are in the room. There's unlimited potential and infinite possibility within the just the talent that is in your staff. Okay. And if you ignore that, you also erode trust, right? I want to say that again. If you ignore your people's talent and possibility and potential, you erode trust. You say, we have to go learn from this expert because we don't know. And that's not necessarily true, right? I think that the answers are in the room. And so at the live event, right? I'm up there inspiring, telling stories, but I wasn't going to tell people how to write their vision. I gave them a structure, I gave them a roadmap, but they have the answers. It's their vision. All right, that's all I have to say about that. Secret number four. Secret number four is space. So, space, you could think about space like the physical space that you'll meet in, but I'm talking about space in terms of silence, open space, unplanned time. My number one frustration with conferences is that they are jam packed, right? Session, 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 running, running, running to all these different things. And I'm all about action, right? I've shared this quote a million times. You may not have heard it before. John Doerr: ideas are easy, execution is everything. If you want to make a ruckus in education, right? If you want to create value in any industry, in any organization, you have to be a person of action. That's what it's all about. So it's a tragedy when you go out and get inspired, go to all these events, and do nothing. Well, if you build in plenty of space, space for people to talk about what they learned, space for them to discuss with their peers what they're thinking about and how they'll implement it, put that intentionally into the design of your professional development. I would say that 20% of the event over 2.5 days was me teaching. 20. 80% was unplanned, unstructured time. And the feedback I got, best event that leaders have ever been to, number one. Number two, Kyle even said it was a spiritual experience. Whoa. How did that happen? Because I created the space for it. You could do it too. So that's it for secret four. Three more to go. Secret number five. Now, this one, it depends, right? Obviously, schools will have a bit of a limited budget, but if possible, find an awesome location. So for me, right, I had never been to New Mexico, so I picked New Mexico. It's a World Heritage site out there in Taos because of the Pueblo area. It's just absolutely beautiful, the mountains, and again, ideal for vision stuff. But okay, you might not be able to take your. I was a educator in Chicago, so from Chicago, New Mexico, it's not probably going to happen. But I remember when our principal was at Brooks College Prep, and DeAndre brought us downtown into some swanky office, and it just felt great, right? We're talking about similar things that we talked about consistently in the building, but we were in a different space, right? It just felt good. You felt respect. You felt like you were doing something meaningful, and it's because of the awesome location. So that one's easy. Secret number five. Moving on, secret number six, great food, right? So get the awesome location. My coach and mentor, Ron Reich, he said, listen, if you want to have a great event, yeah, focus obviously on having great content, okay? But the number two thing to do, he said, Danny, just have great food. If you have great food, people are going to love it. So get them great food. And again, schools' budgets are limited, but you might have a powerful PTA, PTO. I guarantee that businesses and local restaurants would love to serve. They could write it off on taxes. They can get their name out there and build good relationships and rapport with your staff. So have awesome food. That is really easy. So that's it for secret six. Last secret, can you get some fun swag? So when I facilitated my last live event, some of the fun swag was like a very intentional branded journal, had the agenda, right? From a high level inside the journal, QR code that brought them to a Google Doc that was a lot more detailed and had templates and all this kind of stuff. and then a physical journal. They got water bottles that, my thing's being a ruckus maker, so it said ruckus maker. They can be proud to drink water, and sustainable too, right? It's not plastic; it'll last forever. And then what was the third thing? Oh, the third thing was kind of cool. It's small, but it was a branded bookmark, right? And it had the core values that we have at Better Leaders, Better Schools. And on the back it said keep making a ruckus. So that was the swag that we did. But again, I'm sure there's some really fun stuff that you could do at your school or organization. So that is it. I'll review them super fast. Secret 1, expectations and intention. Secret 2, story and images. Secret 3, the answers are in the room. 4, creating space, physical space, but time space. Secret 5, awesome location. Secret 6, great food. And secret 7, fun swag. Hey, if you haven't picked up my latest book yet, Mastermind, Unlocking Talent Within Every School Leader, this book is changing the landscape of how school leaders experience PD. And especially, let's say you're a superintendent and you're watching right now, the Mastermind is absolutely a solution for retaining and developing the best leaders in your district, right? This is the answer. I know people are fleeing like crazy out of education, but that's not happening within the Mastermind. And there's a reason for that, because we love on and support our leaders. So, hey, it's Danny. Hope you have a great day today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and go make a ruckus.